We just got done watching the Contender Series, Dana White's Contender Series, that is, and we had 5 contracts go out, which is awesome, considering last week was garbage with the whole 1, maybe 2 contracts given out. One guy giving out like a little PI extension type ordeal. Susurkayev fighting in 4 days' notice. In UFC 319, kicking ass, got rocked, came back, adversity, the whole bit, man. Awesome weekend. Even better Tuesday. Sounds crazy to say it, but I love watching these Contender Series simply because these are the fresh faces, the new guys of the league. Got Jack Della Maddalena. I'm pretty sure Holland was in the Contender Series. Sugar Sean O'Malley. This is the bread and butter. Not yet, but this is the seed that's going to make the bread and butter. But real quick recap. We had Jimenez, Hokit, Roaston, Lee Scott, and Delano, who honestly looked like a world beater. Delano looked like an absolute badass. Even though he had lost the UFC competition, not sure how, because in that form, that guy is beating up Gabriel Santos 10 out of 10 times. That rematch needs to happen, if not right off rip. Maybe give him a feeder fight, considering he performed well against the strongest opponent of the night. Jimenez also great performance, but did not fight the competition that I thought he should have fought. Fought a good kid. Cozy's awesome, owns his own gym, has a good backstory, but at the end of the day, this is the creme de la creme, and Jimenez looked good. Hokit talked a lot, very Kevin Hollandish, came up with a wonderful W, loved it, absolutely loved it. Yeah, man, I'm not going to lie to you. I thought he was going to sub him. I ended up doing a little GMP, a little ground and pound, kicked his ass. Awesome. Lee Scott, that was one of the guys that I faded. Not going to lie to you. I thought the taller Indian gentleman, I don't know how to pronounce his name, don't want to butcher it, was going to beat him. He was looking great in the first round, doing little Imanari rolls when stuck in a position, giving him crisp little jabs, little check hooks. It looked good. Everything looked good. But Lee Scott has a gas tank, persevered, kicked his ass in 2, and then in the third, put him out. Easily at that. Gotta stop shaking this damn table. And with that being said, let's kick it to Roaston, who also kicked my ass in the goddamn parlay, right? Went 3 for 5, like I said. But Roaston, man, he looked good. He beat a guy that I thought was going to beat him. He was more athletic. I thought had the better stamina. But for some reason, the opponent he had thought he had a granite chin of some sort, and he could take one too many and give it that job. See? That's how insane it is. Your boy can't even talk, how dumbfounded I was. There was no head movement on Buddy. 0. Roaston was just picking him apart, and that's why he damn near killed him. But, you know, great fight, Roaston. Sorry for doubting you. It's because of Tori Finney, little Ninja Turtle self, you know, ragdolling you, but that's literally Tori Finney. He's built for that. Delano looked the best. Definitely the most UFC ready. They were saying in the commentary, the guy is an absolute badass. I don't see him losing to really anybody outside of the top 15 in that weight class. And with that being said, 5 contracts is so much better than 1 or 2 last week. And Dana did not look miserable. And dude, and I know it sounds crazy. I know a lot of us have a lot of shit to talk about Dana, but my God, a happy Dana is a cool Dana, and I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy that. And with that being said, we're gonna kick it off to the other stuff, which is pretty much, you know, the UFC Fight Night that's coming up on Saturday the 23rd. I think it's gonna be a good one. Obviously, it's not a pay-per-view. It's not going to be anything crazy, but there's good fights. Pavlovich is on there, coming off of a good win. You got a lot of guys. Dude, Charles Johnson's on there as an underdog against a kid that's too young and hasn't fought anybody even in his realm. But with that being said, we're going to kick it off to that in a moment. Just wanted to give you guys a quick recap of Dana White's Contender Series. Went 3 for 5, my first time giving you this content. Not too upset about it. With that being said, let's kick it over to the other shenanigans and hope this Saturday's even better than 3 for 5, man. Let's go 11 for 12. You know, that 1. You got to be off by 1. You can't be 12 for 12. As my coach used to say, no one's perfect. All right, guys, second time recording this. Left the fan on. sucks. I'm over here trying to crank out content. Did about, I don't know, 18 minutes of talking and then decided to realize that there was a humming noise in the background that I did not enjoy. But here we are again. Real quick recap, 3 for 5. You guys just heard it. Pretty happy with it. Ecstatic, not really. Could always do better. Hopefully next Tuesday, 5 for 5. And I'll be a little bit more happy. As far as those prop goes, I did good on those as well. The prop bets I gave you guys on that previous prediction video that I tried to crank out as fast as possible. I did the KO with Hokit. He got it. Also with the Jimenez fight, I knew that he was going to finish it. I said inside the distance, and I also obviously said that he was going to win. But the prop bets were lining up. Besides, obviously, that loss to Lee Scott, I had the decision the other way. But as far as this weekend goes, we have Saturday the 23rd. It's going to be a good fight night. We got 3 really good fights at the end. It's Pavlovich versus Acosta, both coming off a really good win. Who else is it here? Let me look at it real quick. Brian Ortega, Aljamain Sterling, and then it is the main event, which is Zhang Mingyang versus Johnny Walker. Which, big fan of his brother, man. His brother's been doing those crazy leg locks. Insane. Pulling him out his ass. All right. To start it off, we have Iran versus DR. One's a Kazakhstani, the other one Kyrgyzstan. It's close to a pick'em. Iran being a little bit of the favorite. I'm taking the underdog in DR. He's more heavily wrestling based, and I trust those guys. They have good cardio, especially the Kazakhs. They're really coming up. A lot of them are doing good. Not to mention, obviously, Rachmanov and those guys. They're just absolute monsters. Also, these next 3 fights I'm about to talk about, I'm going to crank them out so fast, considering there's only so much I've seen of them. Zhao Long versus Sung Young Yu. That one's difficult as well. It's a lot of road to UFC footage. These guys aren't fighting the best competition, but in the end of the day, I'm going to take the favorite, which is Yu, Korean fighter over the Chinese gentleman Long. And simply just because, I don't know, man, something about the Korean guys, cardio, work ethic, their martial art background, they're good, man. They're killers. You got the zombies of the world and whatnot. But yeah, I'm taking Yu on that one. Yiza versus Weston, it's obvious. Yiza's so inflated, 1,200, absolutely ridiculous. I wouldn't even touch that, to be honest with you. I'm not even going to tell you anything. That's how inflated it is. I'm sure inside the distance is like minus 525. But yeah, I can tell you Yu's going to win, and the underdog in DR, Nurgaze. I'm sure that's how you say his last name. But these next fights from here on out, it's going to be a little bit more detailed. I know every single fighter. I've seen at least 5 fights from each one. I'm going to give you guys my best prediction. But as far as Michelle Pereira and Kyle Dawkins goes, love the Dawkins brothers. Pretty sure they were former cops. Michelle Pereira's taking this one. There's a reason he's a minus 265 favorite. He is the bigger fighter. He is more well-versed. I mean, that explosion is absolutely ridiculous. Guy's doing backflips off cages and onto people. Absolute madman. He's there to hurt you, which is what I enjoy about him. Some of these guys they're there to like point fight, style fight. Not saying Dawkins does that, but I don't see Dawkins winning in any facet. Michelle Pereira by knockout. Also, a fight does not go the distance would be my bets. Rong Zhu versus Austin Hubbard. Not the biggest fan of Austin Hubbard. He's had multiple chances in the UFC. Sure, he's prevailed in a lot of chances, but also dropped the ball in many, and I think this is going to be another one. Rong Zhu is good. I mean, let me see, actually, let me see something real quick. I'm not going to change my pick here. I just want to see something on Tapology. Gotta love Tapology, man. Especially if you're doing content like this. There's really nothing better. These guys have the best details. But what was I looking at again? Here we are. Yeah, man. Let me look at you. He's fighting in his own home country. Austin Hubbard's going to have that crazy flight over there. He's going to have to acclimate. He's going to have to go at least 2-3 weeks early. Yeah, young guy, and he's already fought 30 some odd times. I mean, this is a veteran already. Yeah, I'm a fan. His last fight he won against Cody Steele. Before that, he lost to Chris Padilla, which is a grappling madman. So there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, give me Rong Zhu. I know his odds are inflated as well, but there's a reason for it. Give me the favorite here at -250. This fight's most likely going to go the distance. I don't see it really ending in some kind of crazy fashion. Have I been wrong before? We all have. Be lying to sit here and tell you I'm shooting 1,000. Or sorry, batting 1,000. Be horseshit. But next fight, my fight of the night, my underdog of the night, Charles Johnson over Loner Kavanaugh. Loner Kavanaugh has not fought anyone of this caliber at all, which I also think is cool as hell that Loner Kavanaugh is somehow Chinese, right? Random, but very cool. Charles Johnson should take this. I think Loner's probably just better at wrestling, but either way, Charles Johnson's wrestling defense is very good. His boxing's going to be better. His cardio is going to be better. I just see Charles Johnson winning this fight damn near everywhere besides the offensive wrestling, which I don't see him doing much of unless he has to. The next fight, Mahashate versus Young. Give me Mahashate. I know he's the underdog, but this kid's only been given absolute monsters, and his competition has been so much better than Gage Young's. And I don't see Gage Young beating a guy that's this experienced. Give me Mahashate in his home country at plus money. It might change. Plus 110 only. It's essentially a pick 'em. What else? Ooh, Kiefer Crosby versus Nurji. Don't know too much about Nurji. I know enough about Kiefer Crosby to know that he's not good. Nothing against the guy, but he's not good. He's too stiff. Doesn't flow. Gets subbed. Nothing against Kiefer. Go Nurji, unfortunately. He's probably going to go the distance because, honestly, if he doesn't get subbed, it's going the distance. So your choice. Either Nurji sub or Crosby. But to be honest, let me go look at something real quick. This is another one of those. I want to see what his... I mean, it doesn't have that many. Yeah, he doesn't have that many submissions. So yeah, man, it's probably gonna go the distance because I really don't see him knocking out. Yeah, I don't see him knocking out Kiefer Crosby. He's got a chin on him. That he does. Sub defense. Now we get to Sumerdurji versus Kevin Borjas, a.k.a. Little Prates, or at least that's what he looks like, but he does not fight like him. Give me -155, Sumerdurji. This one's most likely 80% going the distance. Remember, these are just my opinions. Don't listen to my percentages as real analytics. This is just what I base off everything. Is my own experiences, my betting assumptions. Sure, I do look at the percentages and the analytics and whatnot, and I do listen to other analysts, but at the end of the day, it comes down to your own judgment and what you've gone through and what you think of these fighters, and I personally think Sumerdurji is the better fighter. Kevin Borjas is good stamina, but yeah, give me Sumerdurji, hometown. Probably end up going to do a Chinese parlay just because, right? Makes sense. Those are always fun. Those hometown parlays. Now we have Sergey versus Valdo. Cortez Acosta coming off of a good win. Pretty sure they cut his opponent, which makes no sense. And then Sergey Pavlovich, who is coming off of a very good win against Spivak, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think of Sergey versus Sergey now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I think it was. Now I'm going to check. Now I'm going to check. He beat Jairzinho Rosenstruck. Who beat Sergey Spivak? Did Acosta beat Sergey Spivak? Yep, that's exactly what it is, boys. Can you tell it's late and I'm exhausted? But it's okay. Gotta crank this stuff out. Just gotta. All right, well, damn, was I wrong? Honestly, it kind of gives Acosta a little bit more chip on his shoulder. But give me the kickboxing champion for the knockout. Definitely. Give me Acosta knockout. As far as Brian Ortega and Aljamain go, now that's going to be a fun one because it's either grappling the gates and they start striking, and in that case, Ortega's got a chin, but Aljamain's got the better boxing. So it comes down to I don't know what. It's going to be a good fight. Probably the second best fight of the night. Behind the Charles Johnson and Kavanaugh fight. Yeah, give me Aljamain. I don't know how. Just give me Aljamain. I'm not going to give you any prediction because it really could go any which way depending on how they fight, depending on each game plan. Man, Johnny Walker versus Zhang Mingyang, it's simple. Johnny Walker's chin isn't the best and his stamina's ass. So we're going Zhang Mingyang with knockout. Fight not to go the distance. Yeah, man. I know I cranked that out, but like I said, that fan was going off for the entire 18-minute video, and now it's at 11 minutes, which obviously means I was talking for 7 minutes longer before, but unfortunately, I am not doing that again, and what you heard is what you get. And if you guys need anything more, say something in the comments. This is Cost Sports. We appreciate everything you guys do. I am Ricky, and I wish you guys nothing but a prosperous day, night, morning, work day, and everything in between. Love you guys. Peace.